Hey, what's up, everybody? 𝐂𝐀𝐿 here. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being on with me today. Today is a uh, Ask Me Anything day, so you can go ahead throw in any comment, any questions that you might have in the chat. Just make sure that when you do, you type the word question all in caps first, and that allows me to see it a little bit better. So, a couple announcements first. Tomorrow, we're going to have the always amazing Xenia from Xenia and Vlada House of Creators in the house. And House of Creators in the house? And it's going to be awesome. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about Pinterest and how we can utilize it in our business to help grow our blog or our YouTube channel. I guess we can do that as well. I don't know. I'm going to ask. But either way, it's going to be awesome. And then the day after that, on Thursday, we will have the always amazing and talented Mr. Pat Flynn in the house for another interview. And I'm going to ask him a whole lot of questions. The whole thing is going to be primarily on podcasting. But I have some other questions about like affiliate marketing and some other stuff thrown in there that I think you're going to get just a tremendous amount of value from these two interviews. So be sure that you're here tomorrow and Thursday. All right. You don't want to miss these 2 days. It will be at the same time that we're starting at now, 8:30, but it will get started right away. So there might be a little countdown, maybe like a 30-second countdown or something like that. But there's not going to be this, longer countdown that you usually see. So we will get started right away. So at 8:30, make sure that you are on the stream, right? So real quick before we get started, let me go ahead. Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot. I have an intro now. I always forget the whole intro. So let's go ahead and do that real quick because I just think it's cool. So. All right, that was awesome. All right, guys. So let me welcome some people in here. So first thing first, Jen Games 99. Thank you so much for being here. Always love seeing you in the house. Rhino Dog 34. You my bro. And Consult the Blind Guy as well, who also says, "Bro, where's my stuff? Hold on, real quick. I'm missing my sound effects."
Bruh.
Yeah, that's right. I got that. I was like, where is it? Like, I couldn't see it around. And yesterday I was working, or this morning I was working with eCam because things were not working out well. Having trouble connecting the camera to the computer to eCam. eCam's not reading it. So yeah, what are you gonna do? Let's see. Sue also in the house. Thank you for being here, Sue. Really, really appreciate you here. Daryl in the house. How's it going, my friend? Good. No sleep morning all. You didn't sleep? I didn't sleep either. In fact, like last night was absolutely horrible for me. Like I'm actually surprised that I'm here right now talking with you all because and not pass out on the floor somewhere. So for those that don't know, I typically am on the carnivore diet. And I don't really enjoy cheating or anything like that. But yesterday I cheated like crazy. And I had pizza and I had breadsticks and like all this other junk. And even soda, right? I never drink soda. I either drink, of course, my lovely coffee or water or tea. And I don't mean that like sweet tea. I'm talking about like herbal teas, Chinese teas, and stuff like that. I have a whole plethora of teas. And pretty much that's all I eat. And the reason I decided to go on carnivore is because I had a lot of inflammation issues. I had a lot of digestional issues. I have something called GERD, which GERD is kind of like extreme acid reflux, along with a whole lot of other horrible symptoms. And so I decided to go on the carnivore diet, and all of it went away. Well, the past couple of days, I've been like cheating little bits here and there. And then yesterday, I just kind of blew it out of the water with all the pizza, breadsticks, like cinnamon twist type stuff. soda and like all this other stuff. And I woke up last night literally choking on my acid. I had so much acid come up, and I was up virtually all night because of it. And I went to sleep really this morning at probably about 6:30. Woke up at about 7:30, and this is how messed up I am. All right, I know Consult the Blind Guy will know how messed up I am right now. But when I say this, this is my first cup of coffee. My first. I'm usually probably on like 7 by now. So that's how messed up I am this morning. Let's see. Okay, that wasn't to me. Raven's video 1 is in the house. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate you here. MMM Tutorials also. Thank you for showing up. Really, really appreciate that. Let's see. Simply Obs in the house. Simply Obs, I did get your email. Just wanted to let you know that, and I will reply to you later on this afternoon. I have a lot of things going on. I haven't been able to get to it, but I promise you I will get to it, and I did receive it. Let's see. Okay, Daryl was saying no. I'm saying he's famous for his tech glitches. Maybe his glitches are rubbing off on you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Like I haven't had this problem ever before. Up until like I guess it was last week. All of a sudden, my camera and eCam doesn't want to sync together. Like I have to turn my camera off and then back on and then back off and then back on. Unplug it, replug it, get out of eCam, get back into it, and I have to do this process like multiple times, and then all of a sudden it'll just somehow click up. And so I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to get possibly with David from Live Streaming Pros and find out what the heck is going on here. Let's see. Just trying to see if anybody else is in the house. Daryl's asking. I saw this earlier. I am looking into where did it go? I know it's on the screen, but I can't see it. Hold on one sec. Okay, here we go. All right. Let me pop that back up. Question. I am looking into workouts. I have severe psoriatic arthritis. Do you think jiu-jitsu would be too much for me to get into? That's a good question. I'm going to say it kind of depends. You're going to literally have to test it out. On some people, I would say yes. I mean, you have a inflammatory arthritis. The first thing you need to do is check your diet, see what's going on there, and try to. I would honestly recommend something like the carnivore diet because it is an inflammation issue, and if you go on the carnivore diet, carnivore is like zero inflammation diet. Like I had so much inflammation in my body pre-carnivore, it was insane. I had just a ton of health issues, and I went carnivore, and besides losing 55 pounds in less than 2 months, almost every single one of my health problems went away. I didn't have all of my GERD issues. I didn't have inflammation. I didn't have back and neck problems and all this other stuff that was honestly being caused by my diet. So you may want to check that first. And then I would go and I would take a couple of classes in jiu-jitsu and find out if it can work with you. But I wouldn't do that until you get your diet under control first to deal with a lot of that inflammation. Because, you've got I'm sure joint pain, stiffness, swelling, little flares here and there from the arthritis, and you're going to have to, get that under control first. I don't know if you take medication or not for it, but the carnivore diet will actually help you get off the medication. Like I was on medication for my GERD, and Mesoprole, and I don't have to take it anymore because I did take it last night though. I'll be honest, 100% honest. I took it last night because I had my GERD symptoms from all the junk food that I was eating. but normally I don't have to take it anymore. So hope that answers your question. And it's good that you're looking out for jujitsu. What I would recommend, I'm a jujitsu nut, so I could literally go on forever. So please stop me. um, I would highly recommend looking at the self defense jujitsu schools versus the competition, unless you're into competition. It will the self defense side, like the school that I'm a part of, Kama Jiu Jitsu, is a Rickson Gracie style Jiu Jitsu. So it is reality based self defense versus just trying for competitions and so forth, where half the techniques, three-quarters of the techniques that you learn, you can't even use in the real world in the street. So just my opinion. Solar Gravity, how you doing, my friend? Thank you for being here. Let's see. Looking for more questions. This is a Q&A day. Ask me anything. So you can go ahead, throw that in the chat. Real quick, let me get to my what I did yesterday segment. So what did I do yesterday? All right. It's just, a segment where I talk about the things that I'm doing so that you can kind of see what's kind of going on in my world and the type of things that I do. Yesterday for me was just pretty much a client day. Was dealing with a lot of advertising work for my client. I did a lot of this is something that I had to do. I had to deal a lot with Thinkific yesterday. So we're having some problems there. We actually have what was the number? Something like 18 of our videos just like up and disappeared on our site. And so we, trying to track these down, be like, where are these? Because and we wouldn't have known it had I not gotten an email from someone saying, hey, I was watching this video yesterday and I can't find it today. And I thought, well, it's just probably in a different module. They didn't know where it was. Let me go find it and tell them exactly where it is. I couldn't find it myself. And then I actually have a copy of our curriculum, and I'm like going through it, going, okay, that's there, that's there, that's there. Come to find out that we have a whole lot of videos just bloop, vanish. And I don't know if it was something that I did or something that, my partner Ryan did or what, but dealt a lot with that yesterday, trying to figure all of that out. And then my partner actually came over here. We did an interview to one of, this is all a jiu-jitsu based company, came over to deal with one of the very first students, interview one of the very first students of Rorion Gracie, which is the person that brought Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to America, right? His father actually created Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And so he came over, my partner came over, we did the interview, there was just all client work yesterday. So that's what I worked on yesterday. Salima, how's it going, Salima? I know you got a lot of questions. I'm sure you always ask some good questions, and I think I saw you over on Miles Beckler's live as well, asking some questions. Let's see. Consult the blind guy. Talking to Daryl. I am looking into workouts. I have. Okay, never mind. You were reposting his question. Yeah, I saw that. All right. So the black guy is saying I'm going to use my cell on other account to troll, laugh out loud. Okay, you control me. Andrew Richard in the house. How's it going, my friend? Thank you for being here. Haven't seen you in a while. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through the comments here. There's been quite a lot since I've been yapping. Yeah, consult the blind guy saying do at least one session, see how your body reacts. I definitely recommend, and I don't recommend one. I recommend maybe 2 or 3 to see, because one could be an anomaly. You could go and you could have a good time and be okay, and have that false sense of security, and then you come back the second or third time and it doesn't work out well, or vice versa. Maybe your first time is bad and you say, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore, but it was just an anomaly. And the rest of the times that you go, you might be fine. So I would say give it, a few times in jiu-jitsu first, and then see what happens. Um, Peasant Uprising, thanks for being here, my friend. What does a carnivore diet consist of? Meat. That's pretty much it. So the carnivore diet is pretty much just animal products. So it is meat like beef, fish, chicken, all that good stuff, pork, eggs. Some people will have like butters, heavy whipping creams, some basic dairy stuff, but usually that's it, and a lot of salt as well. And when I first found out about the carnivore diet, like I was looking for, I was already on keto, but keto really wasn't helping too much in the way of really anything. Just something wasn't working with me, and I was looking for this inflammatory, diet, a no inflammatory diet or low inflammatory diet, and I just happened to stumble upon the carnivore diet, and I read about it, and it was like meat, 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 and I was like, dude, this is right up my alley. I'm a carnivore anyway. While I will eat vegetables, I'm not opposed to eating them. But I didn't eat a ton. When I lived in India, for those that don't know, I used to live in India, Nepal, and Tibet. I was only a vegetarian. So I will eat vegetables, but they're definitely not my favorite. If I could have a steak every single day, that's what I'm going to do, right? That's what I would choose. So I was looking through it, and I was like, wow, this is a very interesting diet. And, as I continued to research it, the more I found out how really amazing it is. And Dr. Sean Baker, I follow him, and what he talks about. And I decided, let me give it a try. So January 1st of this year, I went on the carnivore diet, and the first few weeks, really the first 2 weeks, were terrible. Right? It was very hard because your body is trying to learn how to adapt to a pretty much a zero carb diet, where you're not getting any fruits or vegetables, roughage. You're not getting any type of grains. All these carbs are out the window. So your body has to adapt, and so you go through what they kind of call the keto flu. And you feel it's not a flu. It's just kind of, you have some symptoms that kind of resemble what a flu might be like. Very, very lethargic, headaches. Sometimes I felt nauseous as well. Nothing ever happened. Like, I didn't get sick, but I did feel nauseous. And went through and, made it through the couple of weeks. And then after that, I was fine. And when everything became fine, I remember waking up one day and just having just insane amounts of energy. And usually I would have to like take a nap during the day, maybe even twice, literally, no joke. I was having a lot of issues. And I remember waking up full of energy, getting through my day. And then at the end of the day, probably 6 to 7 o'clock at night, going, oh, wait, I didn't take a nap. I didn't need to take a nap. Like, I just had all this energy. And, in less than 2 months, in like 6, 7 weeks, I lost more than 50 pounds. And I felt better than I had in probably 10 years. So look it up. It's pretty freaking awesome. It is not for everybody. I'm going to admit it's not for everybody. My wife really struggles on the carnivore diet because she really, really loves her vegetables. And she loves sushi, so she likes that rice in there as well. And while she will have it from time to time, she does stick with the carnivore diet, primarily, but, it's much harder for her than it is for me. For me, this is the way I see it. I wake up, I don't eat until, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I do intermittent fasting as well. And so, I wake up super early, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. I go until 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon before I start eating. And maybe I'll have, some eggs and bacon. And then at night, maybe I have, a huge 16 to 21 ounce, ribeye or A5 Wagyu or something like that, as my dinner. And I mean, what's better than that? Having bacon in the morning and a steak at night. Oh no. So yeah, check it out. Let's see. Salim is asking, please share some tips on how to decide and get moving with a lead magnet. All right. So first thing, Pat would kill me for talking about this, or saying something like this. But why do you want to put out a lead magnet? That's a question that I'm asking, right? And I know most likely you're going to say, Salima, or everybody else, well, so I can build my email list, right? But here's the thing with the lead magnet that I don't agree with. Lead magnet is meant to be an enticement on a landing page somewhere that gives zero value to anybody until they give you something, right? How about instead provide that value up front first, right? So give you an idea what I did, and I actually did a live stream on this, and if you just go back into my live streams, into the videos that I've done this month, you'll find one, and the image says MPPS, all right, or multi-page pre-sale site. And what this is essentially taking your lead magnet, whatever that is. So let's say it is a free PDF on the carnivore diet. All right, since we just talked about that. All right, the 18 tips to be effortlessly, carnivore, whatever. All right, and instead of taking that, putting that into a PDF, how about you take that and just write a few pages, 3 or 4 pages, and put that lead magnet there, right? And you're reshaping beliefs. You're giving them really good content, and then at the end of the 3rd or 4th page, whatever you decide to do, then put an opt-in form to say, hey, I hope I've provided you with some good information. If you like this information and you want more, go ahead and put your contact information in the box below. There you go. Done. All right. I thoroughly believe in this way of upfront. What am I trying to say? I can't think this morning. I told you I didn't sleep. Maybe I need more coffee. Of this upfront value first, right? I'm 100% going all in on this. It's something that I have seen through my efforts, through efforts of my clients, through efforts of people that I'm teaching, that when they decide to do this and do it correctly, they get so much better results instead of putting together a lead magnet here, a lead magnet there. Throw up a landing page with a headline, sub headline, maybe some bullet points. Say, hey, if you give me something, I might give you something that's beneficial to you. Instead we're swapping it on its head and saying, hey, here's all this good stuff. This is really going to help you. And it does. You provide that value up front. And the people that get through it and give you their contact information, those are the people that you really want to talk to. You don't want to build these huge, monstrous lists. I don't care what Ryan Deiss and even Frank Curran and all these, other people are telling you to do. A big list does not equal a big income, right? A list that has super targeted, super engaged individuals can make you a whole lot of money. And it doesn't matter if it's 100 people on your list, right? My list currently for Karma Cash Flow is just about maybe 9,000 people, right? I had more. I just recently pruned my list, but I have roughly just over 9,000 people, and I guarantee you that I would make more money with those 9,000 people than someone with doing things the regular way with a list of, say, 50,000, 60,000 people, because they're highly targeted and they are super engaged. That's why I do it. If I put out a product and I say, hey guys, I found the software, it's really, really awesome. Like I'm actually writing right now something called Happy Scribe, right? And let me actually go over to it real quick. Give me just 1 second so I can bring this up for you. So this is Happy Scribe, and Happy Scribe does transcripts and subtitles, by machines for humans, right? And so I can do transcription or subtitle generators for my YouTube channels. Whatever I want, I can do it in multiple languages if I want. This is pretty awesome, right? And so I'm doing an email. It's actually an email series. It's going to be 3 different emails talking about Happy Scribe and pointing people toward Happy Scribe because I'm an affiliate with Happy Scribe now. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I want to point people to it. And because my people are so engaged that, I will recommend that and they'll go check it out, guaranteed, right? A good amount of those will click the link and go over there. Some people, like I was talking with my friend Aaron, who has a list of probably about 100,000 people on his list, but they're not engaged and not as engaged. And he gets a CTR, click-through rate, of roughly about 6%, right? Whereas mine could be 10, 12, 15%, click-through rate on just a single link. So you got to ask yourself, what do you want more? Do you want more people on your list, or do you want more highly engaged people that really want to be there, really want to get, your stuff and really want to buy from you? That's what it all comes down to. Let me continue scrolling here. Daryl saying, I've been on intermittent fasting for 3 months and I am done. And I am down, I guess, 42 pounds, and the inflammation pain is way down. Awesome, dude. That is awesome. Yeah, I watched a documentary all on fasting. I believe it's on Amazon. Yeah, I think it was on Amazon. It's all on fasting, and they talked about how if you just change, you don't even need to change your diet, right? But you change the time frame that you eat in, all right? You create a short window of opportunity for you to eat, can literally change like a ton of issues, with your health. It's pretty awesome. I love intermittent fasting. And I mean, I used to be the type of person, like I'd wake up and the second I wake up, I have to go eat. Otherwise I was like feeling sick and nauseous, and so forth. But now I don't. And I love it. Question, what do you eat with eggs in the morning? No toast? I'm off the carnivore diet. Yeah, so if I have eggs, it's going to be sausage, bacon, maybe a steak along with those eggs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I might have some chicken, but yeah, it's just meat and eggs. Consult the blind guy saying I have arthritis myself. We've gotten into some interesting some marketing advertising channel, but we're talking about meat and eggs. That's awesome. Rhino Dog 34 saying Gracie Jiu Jitsu is probably the best. It is, and to be honest, Rickson Gracie style. For those that don't know, Rickson Gracie is the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioner ever in history. His father, Helio Gracie, was the creator of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he grew up, from the time he could, stand doing Jiu-Jitsu, probably even before that, and he became the champion of the family, and he, had probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 450 professional style fights, and lost 0. Right, he is 100% undefeated in real life matches or in competition style matches, and I know a lot of guys that they are literal world champions. Right, they have beat everybody. Go to him for training, and they throw him. He throws them around like rag dolls, like they're white belts again. And everybody is down here. Like Hickson's like way up here somewhere. It's insane. I've never experienced anything like it before. Xenia and Vlada in the house. How's it going, my friend? Yokarb, Carm, Yokarm, jumping in and giving a thumbs up. Hashtag team replay. Awesome, dude. Thanks for being here anyway. Really, really appreciate you. What is the cost of your virtual martial arts classes? It depends. We have a $27 package, a $44 package, and a $49 package. So, if you want, to see what we have, hit me up in the Cashflow Army group and let me know. And I'll give you a sneak peek. Let's see. Simply Rob saying, wow, that's a lot of weight in 2 months. Yeah, dude, it was insane. 55 pounds down in 2 months. I felt good. Now, I will say this. That was between January and March. January and March is when I lost all that weight. And I was pretty much flatlined until April, my birthday, April 8th. And then from April 8th to now, I've slowly started to gain weight, which is very interesting because since we've been here, I've been cheating here and there. Anytime I cheat, I gain like 3 pounds. So, now I'm, besides yesterday, besides last night, I'm pretty much 100% back on the carnivore diet. And I'm never doing pizza again. I swear to you. Tips on how to simplify your business. You're going to have to be more specific, Salima. What part of my business? I try to streamline and simplify everything in my business. I used to have just the most complicated funnels out there. Let me see if I can actually bring something up here. You just give me 1 second, right? I still have that song in my head, yeah. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to show you this real quick, and you'll see. If you just give me 1 minute. I lost it, and now I have to bring it back. All right, so this was where's my scene? This was just one of my funnels, right? Where I was dealing with the book. They'd go over, did they buy? Did they not buy? Here's a webinar, thrown up over here. And this is just part. This isn't even that detailed, right? Did they see the offer? Did they not see the offer? Go to a workshop. Then we talked about coaching and mastermind. Like, this is just one thing, right? Then we have a different funnel here, which talks about, this is fairly simple, right? We have kind of what we kind of call the super system, where we have multiple different campaigns with emails between each one. Like, there's a whole lot of randomness going through here, right? These are all just really old ones. I don't deal with these anymore. But like, you can just see, like, this is a lot more complicated than something like this, right? This is what I do now, right? This is so simple. I run paid traffic to multi-page pre-sale sites, and then they go into my emails. That's literally it, right? All this other stuff is just showing you how it relates to my value ladder, right? But it's really just traffic to multi-page pre-sale sites into email. There you go. Done. That simplifies everything for me. So, that's the whole business. Literally the whole business. And if you can create something like that, if you can simplify something like that, you'll have just a much better, smoother business than if you try to create stuff that's super complicated. Every funnel, like it was like the one that I showed you before, how it has all these different crazy steps and everything like that. And that was a simple funnel that I showed you as well, but even still more complex than what I'm doing now. So if you want tips on simplifying your business, I'd say simplify everything. But if you're looking for something specific, give me a little bit more context in what you're asking. Let's see. So the blind guy's asking, how many styles of jiu-jitsu are there? I mean, we could break down to like Japanese jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. There is a Korean jiu-jitsu as well. Um, there's Russian, people will call Russian sambo Russian jiu-jitsu, uh, but primarily there's Japanese and Brazilian. And then inside Brazilian jiu-jitsu, there's little like segments, pockets of jujitsu, where you have like your sport jujitsu guys, which you have guys like 10th Planet guys that only want to work with no gi. They don't wear a gi, martial art uniform of any sort. They're like rash guards and shorts. And then you have the segment of guys that will do gi work, old style martial art uniforms, kind of like the karate style uniforms, but different. And those guys are geared all toward competition, right? That's why we call them sport jujitsu, because their whole goal is to outbeat someone else doing jujitsu in competition. And then there's the self defense guys like myself that we could care less about competition, right? Our type of jujitsu. Let me go back. The sport jiu-jitsu guys. If I was rolling around with a sport jiu-jitsu guy, right, and I just went and tapped them in the face like that, they would be stunned and have no idea what to do. They have no idea how to defend against a punch to the face or anything like that. But just that would stun them to the point where they have no idea what to do next, right? I've literally stopped people in their tracks. And then the self-defense guys, like, we're doing all the same type of stuff that the sport guys are doing, but we're slamming each other in the face as well at the same time. Not really like nailing people, but saying, "Hey, boom, I can hit you here. You're leaving yourself open," and so forth. So, did I hear that right? I thought I heard my wife coming. My wife is out. So yeah, there's a lot of little groups, but really you have the sport guys and the self-defense guys, and I'm wholeheartedly a self-defense guys. I'm a Rickson Gracie, jiu-jitsu person, and yeah, and to me that's the best. Salima, if you were starting your entrepreneur journey, would you do anything differently? I think I answered this the other day, Salima. I don't know if it was you that asked it, but two things I would do differently. One, I'd get a better financial education, and then two, I would dive into online business stuff like way ahead of what I did, right? It took me 9 years, 10 years almost to get into the online space. And had I known, because I didn't believe that the internet was going to be so big as it became, had I known that, I probably would have delved into online business, creating courses and so forth on whatever, probably jujitsu or self defense related. But yeah, those are pretty much the two things that I would do differently: is get a better financial education and start online first, or quickly. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Consult a blind guy. Place I went to made you pay by the month for classes. I don't get that. Oh, I saw coffee. Got to drink coffee. Question: what was your first hire? At what point would you start hiring? Would you recommend hiring an assistant or an implementer, project manager? Good questions. So, question number one: what was your first hire? My first hire was back in when was it? 2003. All right, so I had been doing real estate for a couple of years, and I hired an executive assistant. That was my first hire. Probably one of the best things that I did. Took care of all the basic nonsense stuff that I didn't want to deal with off my plate. I still dealt with most of the big stuff, but they took a lot of like emailing people back, making appointments for me, calling up the newspaper to put an ad in there. Like stuff like that, just an assistant. That was my first hire, and the person did work with me as well. Like in town, it wasn't like a virtual assistant or anything like that. And then I guess you could say my second hire was my business partner, what became my business partner. I actually hired him first, and then we became partners when I was looking to get out of real estate back in 2007, 2008. And then when I got into the online space, my first real hire in the online space was a virtual assistant in the Philippines. And I I didn't hire this person properly, right? Their job was to just do some basic tasks for me for this online company that I was building up, and I hired them too fast. I should have put them through a much greater interview process because they wasted a lot of my time. They wasted a lot of my money. Uh, and, I hired quickly and I fired, slowly. And that's a deadly combination for a business. And it cost me dear. Um, now looking back, I would do things a lot differently. When I hire, I do probably a 3 week hiring process, right? I have like a 3 week hiring process now. So like when we were looking for video editors, uh, we went through for this one person, the person that actually became our video editor in the end. Um, oh my God, we discussed this on probably 17 or 18 different occasions, interviewing them, talking with them, seeing their work, like all this stuff before we actually made the hire. Like we're really, and they're like the best video editor out there that we can find in town. That was another thing is that, at first we were like, well, we'll just get a video editor, doesn't matter where they are. But then my partner was like, he wants this person in town so that if he needs something, like boom, they're there. And so we had to stop looking outside of town and get in town. And then once we did that, we had to see their work. We gave them 2 different projects to do to see what they would do with our material. And a lot of different processes, a lot of different interviews, and then finally we hired. Would you recommend hiring an assistant or okay, wait. At what point would you start hiring? At the point of this other stuff that you're doing is taking up too much of my time and I can't do everything. So like for me, right? I'm doing a lot of stuff, right? I'm now looking for a video editor of my own again, right? So I started off doing Carbon Castro with a video editor. Now I don't have one. I do all the video editing for my videos and stuff myself. But now I'm looking for another video editor because I'm like, I can't do it all, right? I can't do everything myself. And this is taking a huge chunk out of my time. And so I need to find someone now, right? So when it gets to that point, that's when you hire someone, right? And it doesn't have to be for cost either, right? You can exchange something for that assistant or that hire, like what do they call it? When a person doesn't when they're not paid, they're like unpaid staff, not freelance. Anyway, uh, a lot of people work for free just to get started, just to get under your wings, or whatever. But yeah, at that point when you just can't deal with all of this stuff, that's when you have to start hiring out. Would you recommend hiring an assistant or an implementer project manager? Um, Depends on what you need. It really depends on what you need. Oh, I see coffee. Question: what did you learn living in India? Uh, well, for those that don't know, I am a Tibetan Buddhist monk, and I was living in India, Nepal, and Tibet in my monasteries, and like what I was doing was just learning and practicing, the teachings of the Buddha, and meditating every day, going to pujas or ceremonies, like all of that stuff. That's what I was there for. And in the same process, learning the Tibetan language as well, which is one of the hardest languages ever. Daryl's asking, where are you from? Wow, that's a loaded question. Everywhere. So I was born in Havana, Cuba. Raised pretty much in Florida, between Tampa and Orlando. But I have lived, many different countries: England, India, Nepal, Tibet, Belize. You can say that I've lived in the Philippines, Russia, and China as well, because I've been there so many times. Uh, and in different parts of the world, I've been to well over 100 countries, 120 some odd countries, uh, and Earth. I guess you could say where I'm from, but yeah, I'm from everywhere. Really, I'm a mutt. Um, oh, I see coffee again. I gotta drink coffee anytime someone hashtags coffee. By the way, if you are just rolling in and you do have a question on pretty much anything, we've talked today about the carnivore diet, or whatever. You can go ahead and ask it. Just put in the word question all in caps first, so that I can see it better. Uh, so yeah, it's a kind of a fun little stream here. Um, let's see. Oh, Lewis B's in the house. Good morning, Karma. Plan to catch you on replay, getting ready for an appointment. So I probably won't catch you either on Pat's stream. Give me my thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Good morning, Carrie. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. Um, let's see. MMM Tutorials asking, what do you charge for your virtual martial arts program? Again, between $27 and $49. Just really depends on the package that you get. If you want more information on that stuff, then just go to thecashflowarmy.com. Join my free community and send me a private message, and I'll give you all the details. Let's see. Rondo Dog saying, I remember Hoist Gracie in UFC 1. Yeah, dude, I was actually there in Denver during UFC 1. I actually went to the UFC fight. We were invited, and we went, and it was freaking awesome. It was absolutely. I don't remember a whole bunch of what was going on that night. I was drinking, and no, I was not of age to drink, but I was still drinking nonetheless. But I do remember it being awesome. I do remember a lot of the fights, but there's just some blurry areas there. I preferred event courses. Yep. Salima, how do you simplify the numbers of offers or products in your business? Just simplify it. Like, if I only have really two products. We could say I have two products in the Karma Cash Flow business, right? I have my one single course, the Passive Income Success Path course, and I have my Inner Circle membership. That's it, right? I made that choice to keep it simple, so that I don't have to have a whole lot of different things going on in my business that I have to focus on. Oh, this little part over here is broken. Let me go fix that while this one's breaking over here. Like, I don't have to mess with that. It's so super simple. You can't even get my membership unless you get my course first, right? And my course is only $369, right? It's not $2,000 or something like that. It's $369 for my Passive Income Success Path course. And that, in order to get into the Inner Circle, which is my membership, you have to purchase a course first, right? Because you have to have the basics down. I don't want people that have no idea what they're doing, in my membership. I want someone that is going through the course, that's learning what's going on, before they get into my membership. The beta users will get access to both right away. The people that come later on after, hey guys, give me 1 second. Sorry, I was screaming for my daughter to go turn the coffee pot back on. It just went off. I'm like, no, I need more coffee when I'm done. Thank you, sweetheart. Kisses. um, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, simplifying stuff. But yeah, it's a conscious decision. What do you really want out of your business? Do you want all these different products, or do you want just a couple of products that you can really maintain and make those freaking amazing? I know some people that have 10, 12 different courses and they're all kind of mediocre at best, right? My goal, my only goal, is to make sure that you succeed the best that you can at online business. All right. For me to do that, I can't have 37 different courses out there that are just right? I need a one course within a company membership to help with that course be absolutely epic, right? That when you finish this course and you get in with the membership, asking questions, being in hot seats, doing all this stuff with inside the community, the inner circle community, that you are going to take your businesses to the next level, right? That you're going to grow and scale these things beyond your wildest freaking dreams. So I made a choice to simplify absolutely everything in my business so that I could streamline my business so that I can give you exactly what you need, right? So that I can help you in the very best way possible. And I can't do that if I have all this other crap going on that, courses you may not even need, right? So again, just a conscious decision. Question: do you close and open your memberships? Nope, I don't. I leave them open. Or do you close or open? Yeah, I have an open membership. I have done closed memberships before, but I don't really like them. I just prefer open memberships. I know Stu McLaren, and Stu, fantastic guy, knows a bajillion times more about membership sites than I do. That is his 100% specialty. That's all he teaches about. And he recommends closed memberships. I choose not to. And yeah, I just prefer open memberships. Let's see. If you do have a question, go ahead, throw that in the chat. We are at time, but I will go over. MMM tutorials. When would you hire a VA? Again, whenever you need a VA. If you're having issues implementing certain key aspects of your business, and it's starting to get very stressful and straining on your business or relationships as well, because your business does affect your personal relationships as well. And if it's starting to be a problem, then that's when you need to hire a VA or another person on your team. You definitely need to hire a team, guys. You can't do everything yourself. This whole idea of solopreneur is idiotic, right? You can't do everything yourself. Get your spouse to help you out. Get your children to help you out if you can. You can actually force your kids, so that's fantastic. If my daughter was a little bit older and had a little bit more computer skills, I would have her edit all my videos, right? I don't have to pay her, and she learns a very, very valuable skill, and she wouldn't have a choice, right? So you can do stuff like that. If you need a VA, I highly recommend the Philippines versus most other countries. And I have nothing against VAs from other countries. It just they're the online tools available to acquire and manage a VA in the Philippines is just easier than any other countries, right? So I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, whenever you need. Let's see, Rhino Dog. This is to something else. Question: do you prefer hiring VA from company or individually? Where do you find them? It just depends on what I'm looking for. If I need to hire an actual VA that's not in town or something like that, I generally go to the Philippines for that, and not literally go to the Philippines, but I look for Filipino VAs And there's a couple of different sites out there. I think one is onlinejobs.ph is one of them. They're very good. And then there's a couple other sites out there that I would go to. I'd post a job up, and then anybody that gives a resume and does, like, because I always require them to do something. Maybe it's, write a letter about something super specific. Let's say I want a VA to help me write blog posts, right? I need a ghostwriter of sorts. I'll go and I'll have them write one or two different blog posts. And then what I do is, like, I'll take that information, I'll look at it, I'll read it, see, how their grammar is, is their English really good? And then I put it into a copyscape type program that will go out, search the the interwebs, internet for to see if it's plagiarized as well. Any part is plagiarized, right? So if there's more than like a sentence in there that is plagiarized, then I know that person's not gonna work for me. And Yeah, so onlinejobs.ph. There's a few others. I just can't think of them off the top of my head, but you can just do a quick Google search for Philippines, Philippine VA, and you should come up with something. Coffee, awesome. Thank you, Consult a Blind Guy. I love you. Ah, I almost choked. Just Anson in the house. How's it going, my friend? Thanks for being here. Really awesome to see you on my stream, man. You have to make it here tomorrow. Because Xenia from Xenia and Vlada will be here, and then Thursday, Pat Flynn is in the house, dude. You got to be here. Oh, I see another coffee. Man, you guys are making me drink all my coffee. Troll, Cuba. So, did you come to Florida by raft? Laugh out loud. No. So, my grandfather was an ambassador, Cuba to Central America, and we have multiple houses in Cuba and so forth. So it wasn't like that. My parents were living in Tampa at the time, and my mom went back to visit. Back then you could fly when you were pregnant, and she flew back to Cuba to visit. I came 2 weeks early, boop, popped out, and they wouldn't let me leave until I was about 3 months old. Once I was born. Because I was underweight. I was like 4 pounds, 8 ounces or something like that. Like, I was really, really tiny. And they kept us there for 3 months before we were able to fly back to Tampa. And that's, Tampa and Orlando is where I grew up. So, yeah, that was the whole thing. So it wasn't by raft. It was by private jet, actually. So, yeah. Let's see. Kiss technique, keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, I prefer keep it super simple. I don't really like the word stupid so much. What books would you recommend your kids to read? Rich Dad, Poor Dad for kids. There is a kids version. There is a teenager version as well. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, fantastic. And anything that helps. For me personally, I'm kind of not thinking about business. There are some really good books on how to develop compassion in kids, compassion and understanding. There's some really good books. My daughter has a few. Yeah, anything that helps them become a really good person. You'd be surprised how many kids they don't even know the difference between right and wrong. To me, that's really sad. So you can help your child out that way for sure. Have a good amount of understanding for someone else. Books that help them develop empathy and so forth. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. And then of course, Rich Dad Poor Dad for kids as well. And there are some other financial books for kids out there. I can't think of them off the top of my head. Let's see. Carrie, you say that's what I want. Freaking amazing. That is my goal. What? Could you tell me what that's about? Because now I'm like super interested in what that is. Um, Stacy's asking, have you chosen beta testers for your course yet? I have a list of beta testers, right? And my list right now is sitting at about 35 people. So this is what I'm going to do. You know how Pat does that wheel of names thing to pick people? That's what I'm going to utilize for my beta test group. And I am only accepting 9 people into my beta test group, right? It was originally going to be 6, but I was like, you know what? Let me give a few other people in there. They can help me gain some real good insights. So I boosted it up to 9. I only do things in 3s, 6s, or 9s, period. And so, yeah, it'll be 9. And that's all I'll do is wheelofnames.com. I will throw everybody's name in there. I will actually do a video of it as well. So I'll load everybody's names in there and let it go. I'm going to film it all, put it in the video, and then those people whose names are picked, those are going to be the people. And, I think that that's fair because there's so many people that want to be in it. I'm getting so many emails, so many people messaging me. And I can't accept everybody. And I was like, well, I don't want to be partial to anybody. So I want to make it fair for every single person. So that's what I'm going to utilize. And I want to thank Pat, by the way, for introducing me to that website. Let's see. How much is the inner circle? And what does it cost? Wow, that's really, really good question. So there's a lot that goes into the inner circle. With the inner circle, you're going to get access, of course, to the course. You'll have access to the course. We have office hours, Q&A sessions every single day or every single week. We have hot seats every single week. Of course, we have our private community. You're going to get 45-minute strategy sessions with me. Of course, access to the archives, free master classes that I do on different topics. So, my course, the Passive Income Success Path course, it's going to be a 30,000 foot view down all the way down to like a 10,000 foot view of everything that we need to do. So you're going to have a lot of specific stuff as well. But to get really down into the weeds of things, I'm going to be doing masterclass sessions as well. And these masterclass sessions are going to be like 1 or 2 hour, probably 2, maybe even 3 hour sessions where we're going to dig deep on one particular topic. So let's say, how to write the best emails for engagement and conversion. So, it may be a 2-hour course, masterclass course on simply that, right? So that we get absolutely everything done. And so that you get really, really specific details. And you'll get all of that. We haven't finalized the price, but in the end, for beta testers, the people that are in the beta test, during the beta test time period, which who knows how long that's going to be, it's going to be free. All right, so it will be free 100% for beta test users, and then after that, it'll probably be about $97 a month because you're going to get a lot of access to me personally, right? You're also going to get access to other things. So I'm planning on doing other like master classes and coaching courses that I'm going to bring people in. Like I might bring my mentor Frank Kern in to teach an aspect of advertising or copy or something like that. I might bring Pat Flynn to help teach something on the way he does affiliate marketing, because the way he does affiliate marketing and the way I do it are a little bit different. I'm going to be bringing in guests. By the way, if anybody knows Tom Bilyeu, give me a shout out to him. I'd really like to connect with him. He's there's a couple of people that in my head, they're like at the top of their game, and I would love to connect with them. Of course, Pat is probably number one. And then Tom Bilyeu from Impact Theory, dude's amazing. Would love to meet him and talk with him. But yeah, so you're going to get a lot of access to me. You're going to get a lot of really help and support to answer every single question you have. Be able to sit in a hot seat and just really dig deep into your business to help your business just take off exponentially. So it's going to be roughly about $97. I'll just be upfront with you on that. Coffee. Okay. Thank you, Consultant Blind Guy. Consultant Blind Guy said, laugh my off, force the kids. Love it. Yeah. Why not? Dude, I force my child to do everything. Not everything, but like I force her to do math every single day. Like even on the weekends. I don't care if it's a weekend. There's no such thing as a Saturday or a holiday. She absolutely has to do math every day. She absolutely has to keep up with her all her money and finances and everything like that. I try to check her ledger, almost now on a daily basis, because lately she's been a little inconsistent. She's not putting in, something that she's purchased or money that she's gotten in. She's not adding that in there. So all of her numbers are off. So, she may have $650 in cash, but in her ledger, it says that she has, $680, right? Well, where'd that $30 go? Like, where? Did you lose it? Did you not put something on it? And like, she gets consequences if it's off, right? It has to be the exact same, and every single dollar accounted for. We don't deal with pennies or cents like that, just whole dollar amounts. But yeah, it has to be flawless. And I'm ruthless when it comes to finances. Hey, Lily. Give me a second. Give me a sec. You can ask her yourself. Come here. Yes or no? Get a little closer. All right. So, yes or no? Am I or am I not just absolutely insanely ruthless when it comes to your finances?
You are.
Yeah. Tell them a little bit about what stuff that I would do.
Well, when I get my budget wrong and stuff, he kind of punishes me. He does punish me.
I punish her. I take her phone away. I take her TV away. I go nuts. And do I or do I not literally go nuts?
You do go nuts.
Yeah. Dude, $1 off and World War III breaks out. Literally. But have you learned a lot from it?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah? You think that you're good with tracking money? Getting better?
I'm getting better, I think.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Better, not perfect.
Nobody's perfect. So yeah, I'm insane when it comes to it. Let's see. How do you sell your membership, webinar, or evergreen? Both, honestly. Both. The membership. So without getting into the weeds here, most of my efforts is in selling the courses. All right, the course. Sorry, in selling the course. Once a person has purchased the course, then I make efforts into getting them to join the membership. And actually, when they purchase a course, they will actually get 2 months, 60 days of the membership as part of purchasing that course, right? It's just, a bonus. And if they want to keep it after that, then they will have to actually upgrade and join. It's not something that, if 61 days after you get automatically charged. Oh no. I want someone to make that conscious decision. I want to keep this and have to actually manually go and sign up for the membership, right? Because I want the people there that want to really be there, that are getting benefit from the membership. So that's the way I do it. And it will be through, a lot of different efforts, primarily email. But I will do webinars. I will have, evergreen sequences put out there that will sell the course. And then for all the people that purchase a course, there'll be other efforts to sell the membership as well. Yeah. Consult a blind guy. How do you find a VA in the Philippines? Again, there's a lot of different resources like online jobs.ph. I think let me go see online jobs.ph. I believe that's it. Yes. So this is the site onlinejobs.ph, and you can come in here and you can post a job and search for just about anything, right? You need a video editor in the Philippines. Done. You need a VA to handle emails. Done. You need a content writer that's going to write content for your blogs or descriptions for your YouTube videos, whatever that is. Boom. Onlinejobs.ph can handle it. There's like 50,000 people seeking jobs on there. And that's just one particular job board. Once you get their, once you post your job and they get back with you with their resume and anything that you want them to do, whatever, then you just go through and you start weeding people out, having interviews, seeing who's good, and then let's say there was 10 people that applied for your job post, and you whittle them down to 3, and then you keep on interviewing them, finding out which one is going to be best. Maybe you have them do a couple of just small tasks for free, or maybe you want to pay them, whatever, to really test their skills, and then you make your hiring decision. So let's see. Disregard my last. No, I don't want to disregard it, dude. Anything that you post, I'm gonna answer. Please don't go crazy from what I just said. Let's see. You reference your. Why did that come up? There we go. I clicked on this and it brought up your last thing, Carrie. You reference your biz being simple and that which you create, you want to be freaking amazing. Yeah, it has to be freaking amazing. That my goal is to have the absolute best course and membership on building passive income out there. Period. And cash flow. Let's see. To be in your beta, you have to bought your course? No, right? The people that are in the beta test group will get my course and be a part of the membership absolutely free. There's no cost to be in the beta group. I personally, that's the way I like things. Let's see. Question: how do you set yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly goals? I don't really set yearly, annual goals. I do everything quarterly and daily. So I have my 3-month goal. This is what I want to accomplish in 3 months, and I only pick one freaking thing, right? So my methodology is I will outline just a whole bunch of stuff, just mental dump everything that I might want to get accomplished in the next 3 months, next 90 days. And there may be 30 things on that list, right? And then what I do after that is I start categorizing them, putting them in prioritization. And so then I have the top 3. After I've prioritized them, I get rid of the rest. Literally just throw it away, delete. Then I look at those 3 and I start weighing, pros and cons and so forth. And I pick, once I do that, then I might shuffle them around again, prioritize them a little bit more. And then that top thing, that one single thing at the top that made number 1, that's the only thing that I focus on for that 3-month period, right? All of my daily decisions that I make are based off of leading indicators to hit that one goal, right? So I don't set yearly goals. I think that's kind of foolish because a lot of times you have a big annual goal of, let's say I want to make $100,000 this year, and you don't really know what's going on until month 8, 9, right? And you end up wasting a lot of time, and then you crunch down for those last couple of months, right? You see this a lot in car sales. They slack during the entire month, and then at the very end of the month, that's when they go ahead and start trying to get as many people in as possible. Instead, if they contracted that down and had that same kind of mentality weekly, dude, instead of selling 3 or 4 cars a month, maybe they'd sell 20 cars a month. All right. So again, I like to set my 90-day goal, which is a big kind of lagging indicator, and then I set all my daily goals and tasks to meet that goal, right? And I base everything and adjust everything based off of leading indicators, which I'm not going to go into today. Anyone got a suggestion on a budget but nice desk chair? You know, I personally, you know what I personally use? So I used to use a lot of different chairs. I've had all types of chairs. I've had $500 gaming chairs, right? If you look at a couple of my old videos, like really old videos 2-3 years ago that are on this channel, look at the seat that I was in. That was like I think a $350, $400 gaming chair, right? You know what I'm sitting on now? A folding metal chair, right? With the cushion. It's what works for me, and I feel better in this chair than I did in those. Yeah, what? It costs like $5. Coffee. Awesome. Thank you, Consult the Blind Guy. Consult the Blind Guy saying, I can't wait to do... Did that pop up? There we go. I can't wait to do my course for the blind VIP community on these subjects. Yeah, dude. Do it. I'll help. I'll help. Salima's asking, how do you apply to be in the beta group? That's a really good question, Salima. So if you go to let me actually get rid of that. And I'll get rid of this as well. If you go to thecashflowarmy.com, join my free community. It is free, right? Doesn't cost you a penny. Go to thecashflowarmy.com, join my free community, and send me a private message letting me know that you want to be considered for the beta group. And let me actually show you something else as well. All right. It's going to take me just a second to get in. I apologize. Edit profile. All right. So if you, once you become part of the membership, right? If you, let me get rid of this as well. If you have a problem sending anybody messages, what you have going on here is this part right here, this permissions area. This is most likely turned on, right? And this is preventing members from messaging me. It's also preventing you from messaging anybody else. So turn this off like it is here, save changes, and you should be able to message anybody after that, right? So it is happening. Sometimes I don't know what's going on there, but yeah. Go ahead and message me on my community privately, and I'll add your name to the list. Absolutely. So, all right, guys, it is nearly 10 o'clock. So we've been, how long have we been going? Like an hour and a half now, right? Yeah, hour 27 minutes. Wow. So I really, really thank you all for being here with me today. I will be back tomorrow, 8 or 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 Pacific, with Xenia talking about Pinterest. It is going to be amazing. It's going to be a fantastic interview. Please tell all of your friends, share the stream so that everybody you know can be on it. I would really, really appreciate that. Would like to get a whole bunch of people on there for Xenia. And then again, Thursday, we also have Pat Flynn coming on the show. You don't want to miss it, guys. So until tomorrow, guys, take care. I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.